jump straight into this, man. Let's address the haters, the naysayers. I was talking to the brother from cancelbadcredit.com. Shout out cancelbadcredit.com, all one word. The Ock. I was over there talking to the Ock, and he said, Bardy, you really be sparing guys when you talk about like organizations inside of prison and things that happened and what they did, have done. I censored a lot of stuff. I changed up names a lot, right? The harsh reality of prison is just that. It's a harsh reality. Why would anybody be offended about you talking about what actually goes on in prison? To me, and y'all know I usually don't even, and thank you to the ones who do notice that. I barely ever curse. It might slip out, or I say MF or whatever. Let's just keep it all the way funky today. About the Negroes. Right? These naysayers, these lames. It's weird, man. It's just weird. That a guy, backtrack. He said, Khaled said, or Khalid, wherever you're from, however you pronounce it. It's where you're from, depends on. He said, you say something, you spare some of this stuff. You don't really get into too much detail about the stuff that do go on. It's a whole box of stories I could pull out, but I just don't, off the strength. But it's real. Everybody out here that's watching this, I know a lot of you guys from the 60s and the 50s and the 70s, everybody that's watching this with any amount of sense know that prison in real life is not the same. So therefore, if you talk about a prison organization, organization that's in prison that also functions on the streets and started from the free world, if you know that they're in prison, you know they're not abiding by the law, right, all the time. You know that they're a little bit more violent. You know that they have far way more criminals in that congregation, that body, than on the streets, right? Because everybody in prison is there for a crime. Very few did not commit the crime that they're in prison for. Sure, you got those that are innocent. You got those that are over sentenced. Those who should have been on probation instead of doing years. We got those. Small percentage of people compared to the ones who actually did what they did. Now, I understand, and I hate this, right? A guy, well, my religion teaches me forgiveness. Yes, we do. Jesus ate with the courtesans, so on and so forth. And not just Moorish Americans say this. I'm not just talking about Moorish Americans because that's what people going to get at. Moorish, it's not the only people that hit me up or talk to me or talk about what's going on, right? Never really get it from Christians, though. You never really get that from Christians. Or Sunnis, when you tell their stories. When you tell stories about Sunnis and Christians, you never get any like, wow. Or the Nation of Islam. When I tell the Nation of Islam story, how they stepped on somebody and how they got into it, Nation of Islam guys be writing in the comments like, yeah, they stepping like that. In prison, but they moving off righteous. They stepping like that. Only with your own kind do you get the most hate, right? So, I forgot where I was going, but you got a guy to say, well, Jesus ate with the courtesans, prostitutes, rapists. If he sat with them, I think that's more of an analogy, right? That's more of a metaphor. That's telling you that no matter how bad someone may be, you can still forgive them. I understand that, right? But that go back to the point I was making. If a guy got sent to prison for committing the R word, I want to keep the monetization on this video. 3 of those. And in prison, he did the same thing. He actually did this. His DNA evidence and everything. He actually did this. He served 35 years for doing this to children, right? You so holy, would you let him move in your house with your children? Your 10 children, your 5 children, your 3 children, 1. Would you let him move in your house? Would you let him babysit the kids? Would you even want him knowing where you live at? Stop playing with me with this religious stuff, man. That's why the prophet is so cold and so great. In the Moorish literature, like page 20, paragraph 3. The Quran should be of interest to all readers, whether looked at from a religious, philosophical, or literary point of view. However you want to take it. I take this as metaphors, man, and apply it to my life accordingly. The science, ism, the study of something. I'm taking that ism and I'm applying it to the secular stuff, everyday stuff. There's no way a guy can commit 3, 4, 2, or whatever, be a serial R word, get out and come live with me. I probably wouldn't want that boy next door to me, okay? I probably wouldn't want him next door to me. So, let's throw all that pretending to be holy out the window, right? I had a guy. He said, I'm trying to get brothers home. Right? Just a regular conversation. So I'm trying to get brothers home, so on and so forth. And we're not even talking about what I'm doing. He was talking about what somebody else was doing or whatever with their channel. He said he's trying to get brothers home. And I know some of the same brothers that he's talking about. And it's just 2 days ago. And I'm thinking to myself, and I actually asked him this too. I said, you trying to get brothers home? How? I'm on YouTube, telling such and such. Okay, I guess that's a way. That's a lot more effort than some guys that say that doing. But don't ever claim you trying to get brothers home or you getting brothers home. You ain't putting no paralegal team together. You ain't found a bunch of free paralegals or some you can pay minimum. You ain't got no paralegal fund, no lawyer fund, no legal fees. You not putting in paperwork yourself, filing the appeals to the Supreme Court, writing the governor for a commutation. You're not doing none of this. So don't ever say you trying to get. How could you be trying to get brothers home? And you on YouTube talking about yourself. How are you trying to get brothers home? You're not even shedding light on the cases. You're not entitled to those words. I'm getting brothers home or trying to get brothers home. When you had the last 15 years to bring, you haven't did it. You've been home 15 years. You're not even sending these guys secure packs of money. We had a brother reporting everything on YouTube. He going to look for specific videos of anybody he can find, right? And right back to the penitentiary. Hey, they got a video about you, bro. Hey, they got a video about you, bro. Hey, they got a video about you, bro. 2 people said the exact same thing to me when they hit me up about the videos. He said, and both the brothers said, keep doing your thing. I like the story. I already had my ticket in here for it. It's information on it. Everybody knows what's going on. Right? It ain't nothing that I'm breaking news to, right? He said after him being home 6 years or something like that, ours is his first time hitting me up about a video you made when he been had my information. Never responded to none of my mail that I sent him when he left his number and his address. Is he even still living there? Yeah, he ain't even sent one piece of mail in 6 years or something like that, right? You ain't even sent one piece of mail in, not $1 to nobody that you writing. You took your time to go through all these videos and say, hey, it's a video I'll shoot you. Most of them guys in there don't care. We had really, I would say out of 15 videos, probably 3. Right? You had the O'Neal Ill video. People didn't want it up. Cool. I took it down. Want it up. They said put the brother in a bad light. I mean, really what he did, or allegedly did, or been convicted of. Matter of fact, it's not even alleged. He admitted it in his at the final sentencing. Right? At the sentencing day when they asked you got a comment and he apologized for his actions. And if he do, they're gonna bring that up too if he ever did get back on appeal. Now, I don't think he ever went to appeal with that case because so many witnesses. But let's pray and hope. Forget hope. Let's pray, and when we in better positions to help influence law. Let's hope a law change to maybe get them back out on the streets. That's my brother, man. And with this, I struggle sometimes, man. Like, you live in one reality, but sometimes you live in a real reality, right? Where you like, damn, that's my brother, man. I would love for him to be home on the streets. He seemed like a great guy. But then you look at a guy crying, you be like, damn, man, hey, dude, I don't want to. You don't want to go to get no problems with him out here. Would I even hang out with him if he came home? It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I had a guy I used a Atlanta guy in level 5. I used to kick it with heavy, and he's supposed to be getting back on the pill or whatever. When I come home, I look at his crime, right? Okay, you got the body over drugs or whatever. And then I scroll down some more. Like, damn, bro, you got 3 CSC first degrees, arson, 2 more murders. I'm like, hey, maybe I don't. Maybe I ain't gonna deal with dog. Like, get out. You got to think about that sometimes. We so intoxicated and used to being around people like this. When you think about it, you know, we might go to religious service together or whatever the Talib or whatever the Melanians call. We might be able to go there together and maybe go have a dinner, but doing business or anything else, I'm kind of straight because at the slightest discrepancy we have, anything can happen. And I'm not saying like I'm not capable of some of that stuff, some of it. Pause. None of that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't take it there over a YouTube video, so on and so forth, right? Now I know I'm talking to y'all to death, but you just got to get it up out of here with all the guys. You incriminating people. How am I incriminating people when you already in prison for it? How many times do I got to explain this? This is simple logic. You go look them up. MDO, such and such versus the state of Michigan. Wayne County's prosecutor corner. Well, you go look this stuff up. It's all public information. How can I keep you in? The appeal course, I'm not going to say, let's go look at Petty Tupac TV and see what he said. Let's see what he said that the prosecutor didn't say. The transcripts didn't read. Let's see. Petty Tupac was there in 1969 when you committed this crime. Like, I gave you some new information. You barely got anything online to even look up because it's from 1969. On your report, it says the county crime committed in unknown. They didn't even keep track of that then. They didn't even register it then. Right? The MDOC probably don't even know why you're really in prison. They just know you got an M1 from back in the 50s or 60s. Like, this stuff is common sense, man. This platform not predicated on religious-based stuff. It's not predicated on, this is true crime. This is prison stories. This is telling the youth not to go down the street stuff. We're not glorifying it, but we telling street stories too. We giving out game. We sharing experiences. This is what this for. And a brother getting some residuals off of it. So if anything, if you got a little bit of platform or whatever you doing in your venue, your way, you might want to help put me on. Maybe we can break some bread. Maybe I can share you, help one of your events or something like that. You having a party. You having a salsa contest, a dance contest or something like that. You having a jit contest. Maybe you can, hey, Bird, can you share this for me? A couple weeks in a row, a couple times throughout the week, put people up on it, get all the jitters together, some extra jitters that might help me sell it 10, 20 more tickets. Instead, people want to be on the outside nitpicking, not even understanding what this internet stuff is or what's going on. They want to be outside nitpicking. You got guys want to get in their feelings about this, and that. Knowing damn well, if the roles was reversed, you'd be doing the same thing right now. This YouTube stuff brought a lot of drama. Guys not getting notoriety, right? Guys ain't been getting notoriety, and they mad about it. Damn, why he always talking about Rumor Bay? He don't talk about me. Why he always say G-Von E will put him on the temple? Why he always talking about him? Man, why he always talking about Lil Jerry from Southwest? This is I'm not just talking about Moors. There's plethora guys. Oh man, Lil Jerry, a rat. Why you don't never say you're a rat? Why you taking up for 4-2 Twin Mike? Baby James said a bunch of boo-boo. You need to take this down. Woo, woo, woo. If I took down every video somebody didn't like, I wouldn't have done. Some videos I don't even remember I did. I got 400 videos on here, not even including the shorts. Let's, for those out there, let's come together. You give me some content then. I'll give you 60% of what it makes, 70% of what it makes. How about that? You come up with some good content. Let me come film it. Then we're going to rock out like that. All the guys just trying to do the little nitpicking. Find something to do, man. Find something to do with your time. Okay? Peace and blessings be upon y'all, man. Big old 5.